Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. What's up, Daniel Berry Sports Highlight in the house. What's going on? It's Coach Gary. We're going to look at this Duke versus Boston College. And we're going to cheer for the Boston College Eagles just because. Right now, it's Boston College leading Duke 18-13. All right, Boston College with the ball. They get it down low. Foul's going to be called on Maluwap, I think. Maluwap. Right, Boston College with the ball. They get it down low. Foul's going to be called on Maluwap, I think. Maluwap. All right, Duke fighting their way back into this game, 15-18 now. Boston College takes the ball out under their own basket. They get it in on the baseline. It's three people on the baseline. Jump shot, long three is good. I think that shot was by Kelly. So it's 20-15, a 5-point lead by the Eagles. 9 minutes and 56 seconds. 9 minutes and 56 seconds left before halftime. Maluwap with the ball top. Foster into the paint is stripped away. Still going to be Duke ball under their own basket. Cooper Flagg back into the game. The 6'9" freshman. Not sure if he scored yet or not. Duke. James with an easy bucket. Just dribbles right into the lane, off the glass, and it's good. Boston College now brings it across the timeline. Moving the ball around the perimeter. A little floater is no good. Flagg with the rebound. Out to Proctor. Proctor finds Flagg, who loses it, then regains it. Finds Maluwap under the basket, and he mollywops the backboard with that slam. It's a 1-point lead by Boston College. Boston College goes to a back door. It is stolen by Proctor. Evans with a long three, can't hit it. James gets that rebound out to Proctor, and Proctor puts the Duke Blue Devils in the lead, if I'm not mistaken, for the first time. All right, this is Boston College. They get it down low on the block. Oh, nice move by the big man. Gets into the lane. That's 2 points. It's tied up 22. Flagg brings the ball down himself. He's still on the Boston College logo. James to set a screen. Flagg goes off the right side. Strong to the basket. Loses it. No foul called. And Boston College back to the other end. They don't have the numbers, but a foul is going to be called on, I think that's Proctor. That foul was on Proctor. Now we have a timeout. What's going on? You learn with Roberts. What's going on, sir? Yeah, thought I'd come on tonight and do a little stream on the enemy. See if I can learn a few things about these guys before either one of them ends up playing North Carolina. Carolina took a loss today. They lost to Stanford, which I guess everybody was thinking that would be an easy game. I know the matchup predictor had predicted that Carolina would win that game with a 90% chance, and did not happen at all. All right, so while we're waiting, while we got a little bit of we do have a timeout, let's take a look at the stats here. We got a 22-22 game. Boston College gets out to a nice lead, but you had to believe that Duke would make a run. Malawak 6 points, Flag with 4. Proctor has 8. Sion James with 2 points, and the bench has scored all of 2 points, and they were scored by Patrick Ngongba. All right, for Boston College, it's going to be Venning. That's the big man in the middle with 8 points. Joshua Beadle with 4, and Hand with 3. Now their bench has scored 7 points. Hastings with 5, and Kelly the third. That's Chaz Kelly the third with 2. All right, we're I'm not even going to be I'm not biased to either of these teams, but I am an individual that goes for the underdog, and we all know that Boston College will be the underdog here. So it really ain't not going to matter who wins this game. 22-22, you might as well say 0-0. And we're back at it again. Can't complain at all. Okay, Hubert. I know, right, Hubert? Hey, you better straighten up there. Get him out of there in a heartbeat. They will get him out of there. I also think it's how you lose also. And I know Hubert. Anything that goes, most things that go wrong, Hubert's not, he's not telling them, hey, do this, do it wrong. You got to get out there and compete and execute. But the 4 or 5 out of bounds scoring plays that Stanford had, that's just nonsense. They scored on those out of bound plays under the basket, and 2 of them was the exact same play, and they scored both times. Like, can't do that. Especially when Carolina runs an out of bounds play under their own basket, and it looks like nobody knows what's going on, and we end up throwing the ball away, and that costs us 2 points also. Kelly with the drive, the finger roll, and the foul. Boston College takes a 2-point lead. Bad coaching, sad reality, unacceptable for the Heels. Yeah. All right, Kelly misses the free throw. And Duke with the rebound. This is Flag with the ball at the top. Picks up his dribble. Has to get that to Proctor. Flag goes to the basket. Right hand layup is no good, but he's fouled on the play. 6:55. 6:55 left in the first. Yeah. The UNC's going to have to do a little better recruiting. Going to have to get some size out there. I love the small guards, you know, small guys. I always have a place in my heart because I'm a small guy. But, hey, you want to win, you got to get some size out there, too. Size out there also. Everybody coming in with this size. That kid, the kid today, Rudeau, just too big for us all the way around. All right, tied up again, 24-24, 6:51 before halftime. This is Kelly. A lot of dribbling, no passes. Finally does. Eagles now have 7 seconds to score. They shoot a long three. No good. Proctor with the rebound. Proctor shoots the three. That's good. He's going to put Duke up. By 3. 24-27. Yeah, he's they're holding him down a little bit there, Robert, but yeah, he not going to hold him down the whole game, definitely. I think he's still stuck on 4 points. But I'm not saying he's going to have a bad game tonight as far as scoring goes. But, you know, it's bound to happen. Like Ian Jackson only had, what was it, four points tonight. He had 6 points. 6 points. And he only scored 2 from the field. His other 4 points came from the free throw line. Elliot Cadeau did not turn the ball over one time today. Ironically, Davis did twice, and one was I think ended up being points for the Cardinals. Cooper finds James, back to Cooper, turned down the three, going to the basket, stops, and he's fouled. That's Venning. Didn't want to give him the easy slam dunk. Man, Duke, they just recruit grown men. Like that James kid out there. Come on, bro. Come on. Cooper Flag. Biggest freshman. Biggest freshman in the nation. Flag hits the first free throw. Five minutes and 29 seconds left before halftime. Flag puts the Blue Devils up by 5. 24-29. Boston College shoots over the zone. No good. And that ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Duke. It's going to be Boston College ball. Let's see if they can call Stanford and ask them how to run an inbounds play to score every time. Oh, I think it was slightly blocked because I think was it Hastings. He was getting ready to bring the backboard down on that one. Who got it? Did he get it? Yeah, got him on the arm there. Evans interfered with the slam dunk. I've been watching Cooper Flag. I wanted the Tar Heels to land him so bad. One and done player. He's going top 5, yeah. I believe that he's in a situation where he doesn't have to think about NIL money. I don't know how much he's getting right now, but going pro, I'm sure he'll make a lot more. You know, some of these guys like Davis, it's not a guarantee at all that RJ Davis will even make a squad in the NBA. So, you know, for him to come back one more year, because I thought he'd get out of there, but then I was like, hey, this NIL, it makes things different. He knows he's gonna make $1 million, maybe a few million. That's a travel. Beatles gonna be called for a travel. Yeah, he automatically gonna make a couple of $1 million. So he you know, like, hey, why give up that chance? And you know, you got a 1 year eligibility. So come on back, a guaranteed millionaire, and then see what happens next year. Flag, too big, too strong. 31-25. 4:19 left before halftime. $4.1 million. Hey. Flag with a steal, hits the floor, and Duke turns it over. Flag hustles, picks up that loose ball, gets to his teammate, and it's thrown out of bounds. I think that was Gillis with the bad pass. All right, 4:01 left on the clock. 31-25 Duke. All right, this is Beetle with the ball. Like that movement in Boston College's offense. Follow a jumper is no good, but rebound, Boston. Brown with the spin move. And the left hand floater is good. More like a left hand scoop shot. James at the other end gets that. The Cooper Flag. Sets the screen. Flag. Spin move inside. Finger roll. He's too big, bro. 6'9". 6'9" ball handler. Can pick the ball up 8 feet away from the basket and still get to the basket. That's tough. That's tough. I spin at the free throw line. I got to take at least a dribble before I can finger roll, before I put it over the front of the rim. Heck, now I probably had to take 2 dribbles with my old tail. All right, we got a timeout. Three for you. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, Cooper Flagg started off kind of slow. I think he had 4 points about mid, probably like what? First six to 8 minutes. But now it's coming easy to him. All right, let's look at the team stats. Thirty-three 27 Duke shooting 47.8%. The Eagles are shooting 54.5%, yet Duke leads. 3 of 8 for Duke from behind the three-point arc, 37.5%. 1 of 3 for Boston College. Free throw shooting, Duke shooting 75%. They're 6 of 8. Boston College shooting 40%. They are 2 of 5. That doesn't sound too bad, 2 of 5, but the 40%. Boston College out rebounding Duke by 1, 11 to 12. Let's go all the way down to turnovers. Boston College has turned the ball over 4 times. Duke 1. That could be a issue right there. Points in the paint go to Boston College, 20 to 14. All right, leading scorer for Duke. Believe it or not, Tyrese Proctor. That's not hard to believe. Cooper Flagg has 10. Proctor has 11. If I didn't say that. Boston College, it's going to be Chad Venning with 8, and right behind him, it's going to be Jaden Hastings with 6 points. Alabama beat Kentucky 102 to 97. Alabama's number 4, Kentucky's number 8. All right, thanks for hitting that like button, guys. I appreciate it. All right, so instead of 33-27, it's 32-27. Cooper Flagg at the line to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And he does. And Duke, a little bit of full court man-to-man. Beto brings it up. Duke in the man-to-man. Another scoop shot by Brown. This time with the right hand. (29-33), 2:43 on the clock. Cooper Flagg with it. Shoots a 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Duke. Hastings is going to be called for a foul. And he's feeling the pain. Two minutes and 30 seconds left before halftime. 33-29, Duke. Blake's that was playing for Duke last year, if I'm not mistaken. He had a lot to do with the win over North Carolina today. He's playing at Stanford now. I know the Rudeau kid, 7'1", 250 center power forward that Stanford had. He had 22 points, I think, but Blake's had 20, if I'm not mistaken, and he hit the game winner. Vinny all the way down under the basket. He's going to draw a foul. Carolina's going to have trouble beating everybody. Anybody that has any size inside, they're going to have trouble. And if you can step out and hit the three, you almost guarantee to win because they're going to let you shoot it out there. Yep. I also let's see. I heard Tyler Nichols' name being called. Gosh, who was he playing for? I went on somebody else's channel and they were doing another college basketball game. I think Tennessee and somebody was playing today. And Tyler Nichols, he was commenting about how good Tyler Nichols was playing. I told him that he was an ex Tar Heel. They didn't know that that's where he transferred from. All right, 38-30, Duke starting to pull away. 1:36 on the clock. Boston College. Oh, they didn't call that a travel. Nearly turned it over. 4 seconds to shoot. Long three is good. Woo! That happens more than a little bit. Loose balls. Looks like the possession is going to be terrible, and then somebody bails their team out in the end. All right, 38-33, 102. Knipple had the ball knocked away from behind, but Duke picks it up. Missed shot. Ooh! Mollywalk with the rebound, and Flag just cuts to the basket. He hits him. No, my bad. That's not Mollywalk. Mollywalk is on the bench. On the bench. Another big that Duke has. Looks darn near 7 foot tall. He's gonna get credit for that assist. All right, Hand. Hadn't heard a lot for him today, but he's able to drive to the basket. Yep. You lose your man, that's what's gonna happen. I don't even know if our guys from Carolina would cut to the basket. I think they'd stand out there and say, "Hey, throw it out here. Let me shoot a 3-point shot." I'm about getting just points. Just get a point. All right, 21 seconds before intermission. Boston College on the line. Hand hits his first. Misses the second. Flag brings it down himself. across the timeline. And Coach Shire calls a timeout. He wants to get one more basket with 16 seconds left. All right, there is the actual score, 40-34. Two people in the chat. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Fundamentals. Hey, not only in the college ranks, but my Hornets, they need to learn the fundamentals too. Not, I say fundamentals because I saw that's what you wrote there, Robert. But it's just playing the right way. Playing the right way. The Hornets are just a 3-point. If they're not hitting a layup or slamming the ball, they're shooting a three. They have nobody with a mid-range game whatsoever, and it's either shoot a three or dunk it. Shoot a three, hit a layup. And what I mean by playing the right way, like LaMelo Ball, okay, yeah, he's a talent, but like if we get a steal up top and he gets the ball, he will dribble back across the timeline and immediately shoot a three. Like, every time it's like I just get the points. We leave so many points out there because we turn there's an open shot, and even if we're not hot, they're just going to shoot it anyway. Cooper Flag gets it to Proctor for three, no good, tipped up, and it doesn't go in. So that is going to be it. Duke is going to be leading Boston College at halftime by 6, 40-34. Boston College, I'm pretty sure, feeling pretty darn good about themselves right now. And let's see what happens when they get back after halftime. Duke, number 3 in the country, playing unranked. Well, not in the top 25. Boston College. Here's Blake. Here's the play. It's just easy. Nope, that was just nice offense right there. I knew that guy's face the whole game, and I was calling his name Blake's the whole time. I was like, but I don't really pay attention to Duke that much, but yeah. Hey, good job there, Blake. Even though you beat my team, glad you were able to transfer somewhere and get playing time. Actually, listen, I didn't even realize that was the guy from Duke because he didn't play that much. He played a considerable amount at Duke, but not as much as he plays at Stanford. He's starting at Stanford. And when I saw him play, I was like, I know everybody's talking about this Rudeau kid, but this Blake's guy is, without him, Carolina's still going to win that game. But, I mean, he just controlled every aspect offensively. All right. All right, let's go. Well, you know what? We're not going to go over all the stats, but we'll just go over a few. Let's look at the leading scores for both teams. Duke outscored Boston College in the first half. And it's going to be Cooper Flag with 15 and Tyrese Proctor with 10. For Boston College, Venning with 5 points. And right behind him is going to be Hastings with 6. Leading rebounder for the Eagles is going to be Beadle with 3. He's a guard. And for Duke, there are 3 gentlemen with 3 rebounds. Mollywalk James and Gillis. For the team fouls, let's look at rebounds, turnovers, and 3-point shooting. We'll start at the bottom. Turnovers. Boston College with 4. Duke only 1. Rebounds. Duke out rebounding Boston College 15-12. And finally, 3-point shooting, slight edge to Duke. They have hit 3 out of 11 for 27%. And Boston College are 2 for 4 for 50%. All right, with that said, that is the halftime, and we will be right back. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you, too, for hitting the like button. And we'll be back for second half action right after this. After nothing, we'll be right back. All right, back at it again. And a few of the top teams have lost today. The Proctor doesn't want to see Duke be one of them. He gets inside, lays it in for two. Beto with the jumper, misses it. James with the rebound for Duke. Knipple. Knipple's going to be called for the travel. (42-34). Brown missed it, but Vinny gets that rebound. Little baby hook is good. 36-42. Flag. Gets that to Proctor. Proctor. Back to Flag. Steps inside. He is just too smooth. The 2-point shot is good. (44-36). Beetle maneuvering. They give it up momentarily and find Beetle again. He gives it to Brown. Brown to Venning. The shot is no good. That's going to be knocked out of bounds by Brown. Yeah, if that wows about the 3-point line, I hope they don't do that. But that I have noticed that in the last 3 or 4 years, like every game, somebody's stepping out of bounds in that corner over there. Cooper Flag scores again, and there may be another a call there after the play. Oof. High elbow, high arm up into the head and neck area. It's going to be McFarland with the foul. I agree with you, Robert. Leave it alone. They're changing all the sports, man. Just taking. I don't want to say take the fun out of it, but for NFL, for football, yeah. I mean, I know it's weird to say some of the hits like tackling the quarterback and stuff like that takes the fun out of it, but it sort of does, and definitely makes it harder on the defensive players. But I get it. They're trying to. They want to take the violence out. So parents, feel comfortable still letting their kids play, so this game doesn't fizzle away. But also, if you're playing football, it's a violent sport. That's what I tell the kids I coach. It's a violent sport. It just is. So, we're going to teach you how to protect yourself. And parents don't want you playing a violent sport, then you just don't play football. With basketball, I think they're trying to make it more exciting, but extending that 3-point line, I think it's just gonna make a mess, man. Yeah, the game evolves. I guess people or shooters evolve, but that's not gonna slow the people who can't already shoot 3-pointers, who don't shoot them well and consistent. That's not gonna stop them from shooting. That's gonna make everybody want to go out there and just keep launching them. When you only got maybe a handful of guys that could really shoot that distance if they back it up. And if they widen it if they lengthen it at the top, they're going to lengthen it on the side, and that is definitely, especially in the pros. Look at that little space over there as it is. What is that? 3 feet, 2.5 feet. I give it 3 feet over there. There's no need for the pros to even go get over in that corner, because they definitely are going to step out of bounds every time. But whatever. All right, 49-36. There was some hopes that Boston College would upset Duke, but I don't think it's going to happen here. I know there's 17 whole minutes on the clock, but things don't seem to be trending Duke's way. Brown to the basket. This kid is nice. And he sprints back down the court. All right, this is James with the ball. Gets Knipple. And an illegal screen is going to be set by the big man. I think that's Malawak. Malawak, yep. Malik Brown is hurt for Duke. Knipple, if he scored, it's only 2 points. We'll take a look at the next timeout. This is Hand. Picks up his dribble. Gets that to Venning. Venning strong to the basket. The layup is good, and one. And that's 4 on Malawak. It's hard for those big guys to understand that. Let me get my hand straight up. Get my hand straight up. I don't have to put so much body on them. With my hand up, I'm basically a shot blocker. And he's got to shoot over my hands to get the ball up. So shoot over my arms to get the ball up. Venning hits his free throw. 41-49. Knipple hands that to Brown. Proctor, he don't handle the ball a lot as a point guard. And not as much as I thought he did last year. That ball is tapped away, but Duke nearly gets it back. But BC, with the hustle play, creates a turnover. That's Brown. I don't know. They might better look at that. Too late now. 3-point shot is no good. Rebound. Brown for Duke. He brings it up the middle of the court. Gets it to Proctor on the left side. Back to Brown. Brown strong to the basket. Bumped and fouled. It's going to be called on Venning. And Venning is incredulous. All right, we have a timeout. All right, we have a timeout, and I said I was going to do something in our next timeout, but I cannot remember. I was going to search something, and I'm not sure what it was. So Malawak has 8 points. He has 4 fouls. Cooper Flagg with 20. Oh, Knipple. Yeah. Knipple. All right, Knipple. Knipple has not scored yet. He's the only scoreless starter on Duke's team, and he usually, what is he averaging? I think he's averaging, what, 10 points a game? Knipple averages 13 points a game, 6'7", 217. All right, Malawak, 8 points. He has 3 rebounds. He usually pours in 9 points a game, 6 rebounds. 2014 Commanders. 2014 Commanders. Wow. 4 likes. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. The Commanders are trying to play some, well, not trying. They are playing football. They are ahead of the Lions right now. I think we're still in the first half, though. Could it happen? Could it be? What is it, Mama? Second quarter. Oh, pick 6. It wasn't Hooker that threw it, was it? Oh. All right, my brother-in-law is a Commanders fan. He's a Redskins fan, and and everybody knows Commanders have been terrible, just like my Panthers, for a long time here, for a long stretch. You know, I really wish these Panthers would figure out what they're doing with this organization, and get somebody that could look at what is needed and just get what's needed. Stop trading away players that are the heart and soul of the game of the team. Like our defense had a decent defense last year, and then we want to trade. We get rid of Louisville, get rid of all those guys, and give them to who? Yeah, the Commanders. All right, so the Commanders are leading the Lions 24-7, I think, right now. All right, 15 minutes on the clock. Actually, about more like 15 and a half. Vinny didn't see James coming. None of his teammates told him. It's going to be a tie-up. Yeah, somebody tell him. Vinny. They didn't need to tell him right there. He should have seen that. Cooper Flagg. Bounce passes. Knipple for a 3. Can't hit it. Brown with the rebound. Hey, Knippel's just like Ian Jackson. Ian Jackson couldn't score today. Vinny with the spin move, left hand layup. It's going to be fouled. Maybe on Cooper Flag. All right, 50-41. Boston College playing darn good basketball right now. It'll be an upset if the Lions lose. They always drop the ball so close. Yeah. Yep. All right, Vinny misses the first one. Hits the second. That's right, Robert. Eventually, we got to get this franchise together. James to the basket, strong. The layup is good. I mean, for me, it's not really that difficult. To me, it's like let's get a offensive line, go strong on the offensive line, stop picking up one or two pieces. You might have to overhaul. I don't know. You may have to overhaul. You got to find some real dogs on the offensive line. Get them in the training camp, whenever, as early as you can. Get them together, build some cohesiveness. And just have these guys open up holes. If we're gonna block zone, have these guys be able to wash defenses out. Get them on the daggone training program. Keep developing these guys. Make some houses out of them, and just let Chuba Hubbard get behind him and just run for days. I think the wide receiver core, again, it depends on what these guys do in the offseason. I think we could be decent. Like Leggett, he showed me some flashes. There's another kid, Sanders. I think his number 0. Coke and not Coke. Is it Coker? The kid from the small college. And of course, the old man Thielen. Thielen got a few more years. But yeah, there's a few bright spots there. Woo! Flag with a dime pass from Brown. Throws it down. Throw it down, big man. Throw it down. 55-43. And I think this is officially where Duke starts to pull away. This is the difference between Carolina and Duke. Duke can start slow, but, eventually they'll get things together and go ahead and finish off teams that they're supposed to be beating. I am dreading playing Duke. I am dreading playing Duke. I'm sorry. We don't have anybody for Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag is better than the Rideau kid that Carolina just finished playing. I mean, all around he is. So, and we already know that Carolina does not play defense well at all. So it's going to be – I just think it's going to be I think it's going to be really, really hard to watch for the Carolina Blue Sky team. I just really do think it's going to be really hard to watch. I'm going to watch the whole thing, but and maybe we'll be pumped sky high, and we'll play just as hard on defense as we do on offense. Hand step back three. No good. Cooper Flagg with the rebound. He brings it up the court himself with 13:24 on the clock. This is Proctor with the crossover. Back to Proctor, long three. No good. Rebound, this is Hand. Brings it out to the right side. Ball's up top, back over the Hand. Long three. Kelly can't hit it. Nice box out. Box out by Flagg and the other Blue Devil offenders or offense. And there's a foul that's going to be called. Get Tepper out of there from a standpoint of day to day. Yeah, I understand that. Yep. And went to. He's going to drop at least 30 against the Heels. Came in Malawak. Oh my gosh. Just like, who do we have? And they're gonna have they got Cooper and Malawak on the floor at the same time. Plus, I think that as a kid, last name Brown, that's not even playing. Is it Brown or Graham? Not playing today. They said one of their best defensive players. Like, what do we got? We're not going to get anything inside. All right, Boston College now they're settling. They're settling for threes, and that's going to be their downfall. They see the score 58-43, and they're thinking we got to shoot threes to get back into it instead of just getting points. Cooper is going to be fouled. All right, 12 minutes left. 58-43. Thank you all for 3 people being in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Duke seems to be pulling away. Now flexing their Blue Devil muscles. And Boston College Eagles have nothing for it. Still fighting, though. Still fighting. I'll give them that. They're still fighting. All right, now Cooper Flagg, 22 points. Tyrese Proctor with 12. Venning has 16. Nobody else has more than 6 on Boston College's team. Brown with 6. Hastings with 6, but Hastings had 6 before halftime. All right, let's see if we can go all the way back to the beginning. think it's gonna let us. Just want to see how long it took for Cooper Flagg to score. Oh, okay, I got you. Fine, let's go first. Here we go. All right, so okay, Flagg had a 2-pointer with 19-12 left. Then his next one was at 17-24. I think it was maybe a 3. And for a while there, nothing. And with 13:47 o'clock, that's when he came alive. There are a couple of free throws. Actually not there. Alright, now we're getting into it. Even missed a layup there. Then some free throws. A few more free throws, and then there, 4:24 made that jumper. That's when he came alive. All right, Proctor on the line, and Duke is a very good free throw shooting team. Something we can't say a whole lot about my Tar Heels, but again, that's just that's something else that's scary about the impending, what I'm calling doom when we got to play these boys. All right, 3 seconds to shoot. Hand. Yeah, Hand he's been relegated to just shooting like wild shots in this game. Dad's in the building to watch him tonight. It may have even been last week where he had I think he's player of the week, and tonight's just not happening for him. All right, Cooper Flagg handling things at the top. And it's going to be a charge against Flagg. He saw the diminutive statured young guard and decided he's gonna get to the basket over him. Mouse in the house. Hastings upset, thinking there's a little extracurricular activity going on there with him and Griller. Is that his name? Gillis. Actually, probably the other way around. Gillis thought there was a little bit of extra activity going on by Hastings. Sixty-one 43, 61 43, 10 minutes and 55 seconds. 10:55 left. Proctor hits the first. Evans isn't even playing like that. When he's in, it's going to be a problem. Yeah. Hastings probably walked. It wasn't called. This is Venning. Venning hands it off the hand. Hand back to Venning. Venning loses it going up. Man, Hastings doing too much, bro. That was Hastings. He's doing some. He's definitely doing some extra stuff now. Watch this. Goes up. Okay, well, I thought in the actual movement there, the actual game situation, I thought that little swipe on the arm was a little too much. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad though. I think he might have got an elbow. Right there. But that might have upgraded to a flagrant. All right, common foul. Nah, I thought he was got upset there, and that thought he was headed back to the locker room. So it's gonna be a common foul. He playing the center position, the 5 position anyway. Look, the guards are taller than Gillis is. $10:35 left. Hey Siri, what's the score of the Lions Commanders NFL football game? All right, we have some action. 31-21 Commanders at the end of the second quarter. Venning kicks that out. 3-point shot is good for Boston College. They are down big now. Still 10 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. They got to figure out a way to play some defense and stop Duke. And get some scores. It's Knipple. I don't think Knipple hasn't scored yet. Proctor now with the ball with 6 seconds to shoot. He pulls a 3. Can't get it. Rebound. Boston College. New point guard in for Boston College. This is going to be Brown. Hands that off to Venning. Pinning to Brown. Brown shoots a three. It is short. Rebound Gillis. Knipple brings it across the timeline. No Cooper flag. No Malawak. He is fouled out. Gillis finds Evans. Evans can't hit it. Rebound. Boston College. They're going to have to score down here. They can't come down and have empty possessions. Duke in the man. A lot of standing around and watching from Boston College. (46-65), 46-65, 8:33 left on the clock. Cooper flag back in the game. Boston College is able to get a free throw out of the foul. Luka hits both of his free throws. I think it's Lusa Toes. Toews. 8:29 on the clock. Evans gives that to Brown. Brown. Actually, that's Foster. Foster has his ball taken. This is Beadle. Beadle slows things up. Gets it to Hand. Hand with the fall away. That doesn't work. Hand not able to score. Try to shoot that over a Cooper flag. Cooper flag with the crossover. Off the glass. Can't score, but he is fouled on the play. Looks like we'll have a little timeout. Cooper flag. Okay, let's see. Depending on how long he plays, I think he'll end up with probably like 27 points. All right, we got this timeout. Duke has pulled away. Still some time left for the Eagles to make some moves, but they're gonna have to score just about every time down, especially with Duke and this lead right here, 48-65. That's a 17-point lead. And you got to believe that Duke's going to continue to score. They are averaging about 80 points per game. All right, Malawak. Well, they say he has 4 right here. All right, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. My bad, guys. It wasn't Malawak. The person who fouled out was played for Boston College. Malawak, 7'2", 250. 6.4 rebounds a game. Cooper flag. 6'9". 18.7 points a game, 8.2 rebounds a game. You guys remember when Carolina's center was 6'9"? Gosh, what was his name? It was like a human pogo stick. I don't even think he's in the pros anymore. I think he might have made it to the pros. All right, we looked at Knipple a few minutes ago. He's 6'7", 217, 13.4, 3.4 rebounds. Proctor was 6'4". Dang. I did not know Proctor was 6'6". I thought Proctor was like 6'4". If you had told me he was 6'3", I would have believed that. But heck, there ain't but one more, and James is definitely not shorter than Proctor, is he? James is 6'6" too. Wow. They just tower over North Carolina. They tower over, so they're going to be bigger. I would say anybody that's going to guard Davis and Kudo, they're going to be fat. They're going to be quicker than these guys. But that is a huge lineup. Dang, that's a huge lineup. What's that? An average of what, 6'8"? With Maliwak 7 foot, and you got Cooper 6'9", Knipple 6'7", Proctor and James 6'6". Dang. No wonder. A humongous lineup. And then Evans comes off the bench. I also thank Billy Vose for the $2 super chat. Thank you for the last subscriber online, Chaser, $49.95, and thank you everyone who subscribed to the channel. 2410. Next goal, trying to get to 2,500. Venning has that block by Cooper Flagg. James kicks that to Flagg. Peeping at the three. Gets to the Evans, and Evans says, "I got you." Evans out there with those skinny legs. And Evans got to be like 6'6" too. Strong move. That was McFarland. McFarland couldn't hit the layup, but he was fouled on the play. Malawach getting ready to come back in for the Blue Devils. McFarland hits his free throw. Back up to a 20-point lead by the Blue Devils. And the second shot is missed. Evans with another three. This is Brown with the drive. Floats in the air. Is blocked by Cooper Flagg. And Cooper Flagg's going to be called for a technical. He probably said, "Give me that." Yeah, he probably said, "Give me that." Yeah, he probably said, "Give me that. Give me that ish." And the ref said, we ain't putting up with that. Brown hits the first. He said, "Give me that." All right, Duke bringing the ball up against just a bit of a man press. Evans with the ball finds Cooper. Cooper finds Evans has it blocked. Maliwat with the rebound. Back to Cooper. Flag for three. It's good. Cooper Flag with the three, and you, the commentator is probably right. You are looking at the number 1 pick in the draft. And it started this past summer with Cooper Flag playing with some pro players. Hey, 6'9", able to handle the ball like that. 6'9" with some girth, some size, some strength, and skill. Yeah. Everybody wants him. Now listen, honestly, as a Hornet, I don't know if I want him. You know what? There's been the last 3 guys that were like that, Hornets picked them, and they came up to the pros and just didn't pan out. Just didn't pan out. Like you just thinking they're going to be dominant like they were in college, and they just weren't. I think Cooper Flag might be built a little bit different, but the Hornets were able to get 2 guys like that, riding the wave of a guy who's 6'11", 7 foot tall, that could step outside and shoot the three. Like that's what's attractive now. I'm like, I got it, I get it, but I want that 6'11" guy that can go to work down on the paint. You know what I'm saying? We already got guards. We got guys who's going to shoot outside, like Dean Smith used to say. With the guards, or those big guys that want to shoot outside. Hey, son, we already have a guy that can do that. You get down low on that box and go to work. What did I say? He will be top 1-5. Yep, top 1. 1 through 5. He will be. Who else is out there that possesses everything he's got? So, first round pick, probably the first pick, definitely top 5. Melo, Flag, Bridges. Yeah, but see, again, that will look good out there. But they would have to learn to play together. They would just have to learn to play together. To me, right now, LaMelo takes too many shots. But hey, I guess if you don't shoot them, you can't score them, huh? But like I said, to me, it's not even how many shots you take; it's the type of shots you take. He's been training with NBA people. Yeah, he's definitely ready. He's definitely ready. Venning gets it inside, lays it in. All right, Brown and the Blue Devils bring it across the timeline. 5 minutes and 36 seconds left in this one. Cooper Flag now with it. Goes to his right. Too strong, too big. Once he gets those shoulders turned, what can you do? What can you do with him? All right, this is Hand with the ball. Hands it up. Passes up top to Beetle. Venning. Decides to go to the basket. He's going to be fouled. That's going to be If that is Maliwak, that's 5. Maliwak was 8, coach. All right, I was going to be short. I said he scored 27. He's got 28 already. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. Hey, guys, I think we got 4 likes tonight. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. I appreciate it. All right, vending at the line. 5 minutes on the clock. Just trying to mitigate a little bit of damage here. I think the writing is already on the wall that the Blue Devils will move on with another win. Big win, as a matter of fact. Knipple gets that back to Flag. Flag to Proctor. 4 seconds to shoot. Proctor, long 3. That's good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Coach, you going to bring those boys off the bench? There's the 80-point average that Duke scores every game. Duke is number 3, guys. This is not just a regular Duke team. Hand, another shot that goes off the mark. Saved by Knipple. This is Proctor to slow it down. Proctor to the basket. It's blocked. This is Hand. Gets to the free throw line, shoots it again. Finally scores. The Blue Devils walk it up. Cooper says, "Hey, look at the shot clock. Some noise being trickling down from the fans." He says, "Look up, look up." Look at the scoreboard, baby. Wizards, Pelicans, Raptors 4, Hornets 4. All right, R.J. Davis, Cooper Flag. I don't think R.J. Davis is gonna get picked first. R.J. Davis, Cooper Flag, Sears. Well, okay. Sears from Bama. Caleb Love, top 5 draft picks. I got a feeling. I'm telling you, I got a feeling that R.J. Davis, and Sears, I think they're going to get done bad in the draft. I really do. I hope I'm wrong, especially for RJ, but I think they're going to go a little bit lower if they go. You would think they would get drafted, but I think they're going to go kind of low. RJ 5, RJ definitely not top 1. Yeah. Gosh, listen, there's a point guard for UNC that I always talk about, and I always forget his name, but he's a commentator now. He's a commentator. You see him a lot on ACC commentating. He won a national championship with UNC with Roy Williams. And I don't know if he got drafted or not. But if he did get drafted, nobody kept him. I think he played in the G League for a while. Then he went and played overseas, and then he came back. But I mean, he was a tough, hard-nosed point guard. I mean, could get you buckets, play good defense. I keep forgetting his name every time I think about guards that I look at and say, man, I think he was automatically going to make somebody's team, even if he didn't start. Not Jay Williams, even if he didn't start. But I was like, he'd make somebody's team and play a little while in the NBA. But he never. I think he played. I know he played in the G League for a while, but he never got called up to play on anybody's team. I forgot who he even got drafted to. Gosh, what is his name? He commentates now. It'll come to me later. Every time I think about him, I say I'm gonna remember his name, and I always forget. No, not Felton. He was after Felton. I'm pretty sure they won a championship with Roy. And it wasn't Felton. He was after Felton. No, not Ty. Not Ty. This guy, he commentates now for the ACC network. What is his name? Little light-skinned fella was our point. He was our point guard. Has a little high top, that little high top type style they have right now, but you know it's all fuzzy. Dang, what is his name? I'll think of it. I wouldn't even say it was. I don't think it was even 10 years ago. Gosh, what's his name? It's not John. No, I don't think it's. But he commentates now. No, not Ed Cota. He was after Ed Cota. Maybe they didn't win a national championship, but I thought they did win a national championship. All right, 2 minutes and 38 seconds left. Harris misses, but a layup. It's going to be a foul. That was evidently on Gillis because they're walking the other way. Two minutes and 27 seconds. His name is on the tip of my tongue, and I talk about him all the time when I talk about, and I think I've done it a whole lot now since R.J. Davis is probably going to be is going to leave this year, and I'm just like I cannot believe this guy didn't make somebody's team. He wasn't big. I think he was right around 6 foot tall. That's the problem. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but it wasn't long ago. I'm pretty sure that Coach Roy Williams was the coach. I know he was the coach. All right, so who was in 2017? Had to be 2017. And maybe they just won the AC. Maybe it was just the ACC championship they won, and not the national championship. I mean, tough little point guard. Yes, Barry, Joel Barry. Joel Barry. I don't even. I think he got drafted, but he didn't. He didn't. He played. He never got called up. Then eventually he went and played overseas. He probably played overseas maybe 1 or 2 years, and he came on back to the States, and now he's commentating. I mean, just a tough guy. To me, he was just mentally tough. Played well. He hit that outside shot when he needed to. Could get to the basket, give you assists. Smart player, and just didn't work out for him, man. And I think his journey was probably 3 or 4 years in the pros, trying to break through to get on to make the team and get on the roster. Joel Barry. I'm gonna have to figure out something in my mind to remember him, because I know it's gonna come back up. Joel Barry. All right, 43 seconds left in this. And the Blue Devils ended up pulling away. Yep, this is the thing that our Tar Heels can't do. They'll get to a point where it looks like, okay, in the past the Tar Heels the Tar Heels would pull away, but then we'll create some space, and all of a sudden we stop playing defense. All of a sudden the other team just getting easy baskets. Then Coach Davis got to call a timeout. All right, and this is what we figured would happen. All right, the Duke Blue Devils, number 3, come in and really take advantage after a slow start, flex their muscles, and end up beating the Boston College Eagles by a large margin, a huge margin. Yeah. I didn't think he got drafted. Walked on in L.A. but got released. Yeah. And I'm like, come on, man. So every time I watch R.J. Davis, I'm like, you know what? He could end up. He could. Now I don't think he's going to get it this year. He was preseason player of the year, I think, but I'm not sure if he's going to get it this year for the ACC. And I think somebody that maybe even put him up as player of the year, period, player of the year. But he could possibly. And when somebody mentioned it at the beginning of the year, I said I'm looking possibly maybe the ACC player of the year. But right now, I think Cooper Flagg is beating him in that. Like it's no doubt Cooper Flagg's beating him. All right, and I don't even know if some people would choose him as the second choice. I mean, it's everybody's going to look at how many points you score. If you're going to be the player of the year, no defensive player gets player of the year. So it's going to be based on how many points you make. If that's how many points you score. If that's the case, Right now, heck, Ian Jackson is ahead of R.J. Davis. Well, he's close. If he's not ahead, he's close. For Carolina, anyway. So, but hey, I hope the best for him. He's already a millionaire, but I know these guys would probably trade that to get to the NBA and play, play a good 8 years in the NBA or more. But yeah, every time I think of R.J. Davis and what might happen to him, I also always think about Joe Barry. Played his heart out. I mean, a great player, and didn't even get drafted. Didn't get drafted. Played in the G League for a while, All right, but with that said, let's take a look at the stats for this past game right here. Duke wins 88-63. All right, for Duke, Malawak, 8 points, 4 rebounds. Cooper Flagg with 28 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Knipple, believe it or not, did not score. I think came out his career high his last game. Didn't score 1 point this game. Proctor had 20. Zion James had 6 points. Gillis had 4 points. Ngongba had 4. Isaiah Evans was 16. I don't know if he was the one that slammed it at the end, but I'm pretty sure Coach didn't want that. And Foster had 2 points. For Boston College, Chad Venning, 19 points. Deion Brown had 7. McFarland with 8. Beadle had 4 points. Donald Hand had a quiet 12 points. Hastings, 6 points. Toes. I'm pretty sure that's not how you say the young man's name. So you know what? I'm gonna give him a number 10. Luca T. Played there at the end of the games. .6'1", 190, freshman from Tokyo, Japan. So I've never seen a Japanese name like that, but how would you say that? Toiways. I'm not even gonna butcher his name. I'm gonna learn how to say that name though. And it's probably Toes, like General So's. Kelly, 4 points. And Fred Payne did not score. Let's pick 3 stats. 3 stats over here for team. And let's go with field goal percentage. Duke shot 52%, while Boston College shot 44%. Let's go down to rebounds. Duke out-rebounded Boston College 36-22. And turnovers, I just like to look at the turnovers. Both teams at 8 turnovers. And the assists, look at how many assists Duke has, 18-7. That shows you there was a lot more sharing the ball right there, or a lot more movement in the offense. Duke started off slow, but actually led at the half 40-34 and came out in the second half scoring 48 points to Boston College's 29 and ran away with it there at the end. All right, so once again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for the 5 likes. I appreciate it. Struggling here with views these days, but hey, it is what it is. So once again, thank you guys, and I'm Coach Gary. Hey, appreciate you hanging out with me there, Robert. And I'll see you next time, bud. I'm out. Peace.